right, guys, you saw the intro here. This was completely ridiculous. So there was a campaign event. There's pretty much probably going to be campaign events every day between now and the election. And there was another campaign event today for Harris up in New York City today. So the main event went off without a hitch. However, the after party stuff got real. There's all kinds of crazy footage from this where these pro-Palestinian protesters went nuts. And guys, I hate to break it to you, but it's just the beginning, because there is plans at the DNC next week. Now, I predicted this, but I didn't predict it would be quite as organized and bad as I think it's gonna be. We're looking at an unmitigated disaster next week, because apparently there's upwards of 100,000 protesters planning to effectively protest this event, some of which are probably going to be radicals and crazy and intending on disrupting the entire thing rather than just protesting it. I mean, guys, 100,000 people, how the hell do you keep this under control? Take a look.
Yeah, 4 different Muslim organizations based here in Chicago gave this press briefing this morning, saying upwards of 100,000 protesters, demonstrators expected in the streets of Chicago just a week from today. These are 3 main protests that we are talking about that are planned next Monday as well as next Wednesday and Thursday. The largest of the demonstrations, 2 of them, first on Monday the 19th and Thursday the 22nd. That would be the first and last days of the DNC. More than 150 organizations from around the country say they have formed a collective to have these protests be in large numbers. And while they represent a number of different interests, they say their focus will be the Israeli-Palestinian war. They say there will also be meetings with Democratic leaders inside of the convention about the U.S. response in the Middle East. Their push is to get President Biden to arrange a permanent ceasefire and work toward a Palestinian state before he leaves office.
The president has failed once and again to really bring peace and ceasefire. He was able to send quite a bit of weapons to Israel, 2,000 pounds of bombs, but he could not send craters of food and medicine.
The department says more than 2,500 officers also received 48 hours of specialized training on how to respond to large-scale demonstrations and civil unrest. More than 500 officers from other departments will also help out, although we are told their direct contact with the public will be minimal.
Now, you guys see these fools talking about how they got like 500 people here, they can arrest 100 people there. I'm like, foolish. You're going to need some help. Shout out to Teflon Don with using the National Guard, because if these people get out of control, which in my opinion is a very strong possibility that they will, 100,000 people, they just going to march 100,000 of them? I doubt it. Then you're going to need some additional help. And look, I'm not rooting for the Democrats. Yeah, look, crash this whole damn thing. Like, look, I hope nobody get hurt, but we already know somebody's probably going to get hurt. And I say ruin the whole party. Let the world know what the Democrats have brought this world to. They basically brought the world to freaking destruction. We're on the brink of multiple wars. Now we're talking about potential war with Iran and Israel, which effectively is war between us and Iran as well. We already got the Ukraine-Russia situation where Ukraine stands no chance. And then you also have Israel versus Gaza already, which is what these people are marching and complaining about. This whole thing has been a disaster. How are people like forgetting? Everybody's all Kamala, Kamala, Kamala. How are people forgetting that you got people all over the nation who are fighting and putting encampments up and protesting constantly?
Tents set up on college campuses. Across America, chaos engulfs universities as pro-Palestinian protests spread coast to coast.
And who knows what that means in regard to leading up to the election. Some of these people have gone on record saying they want to do whatever it takes just to make sure Kamala loses.
I want to make one thing very, very, very clear. We are going to do everything in our power to make sure Kamala Harris doesn't win. Vote for, if you want Donald Trump to win, say that. I will vote for Satan if I have to. I don't care who we got to deal with for the next 4 years, as long as you motherfuckers know that you f***ed up and you guys are gonna deal with some type of repercussion for what happened for the last 10 months. I don't care who we vote for. I'm voting for independent candidate, either Justine or Cornel West. I know they're not gonna win, but at least we'll take progress to hopefully one day having more than 2 parties and 2 candidates where we have a system with actual options. Until then, cope. We're gonna make sure, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that does not win and the Democrat Party loses the election. F you guys.
This is exactly what Teflon Don needs. There's so many like subgroups here. There's so many moving parts of this election. This has got to be the most intriguing and interesting and fun and high stakes election that has ever existed in my life. I'm definitely sad that a lot of people obviously are getting hurt and dying. It's war, so it's very, very ugly. People literally getting wiped off the face of the earth right now. Not a good thing. However, nothing I can do about it except, hey, if it helps us win, I guess a win's a win. Even if I prefer to win another way, I will take the dub. So I hope that these pro-Palestinian protesters get out there and F up Kamala's election. Make sure she lose. Do exactly what you said. I'm counting on you. Okay, Trump, honestly, having Trump in office is probably going to end the war a lot faster than having Kamala in office. You know, Donald Trump is an efficient businessman. Kamala and Joe Biden are basically just leftist losers. They don't know how to get shit done. Donald Trump does. So even if Donald Trump is pro-Israel, at least he'll have the ceasefire probably ready to go. Like, he doesn't want the war to continue. He wants it to end and end fast. And at least he's made promises, and Donald Trump likes to keep promises. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris literally haven't really done anything that they promised except to open the border. That's really it. As far as anything else, they haven't done anything else. So really, Donald Trump, even though he's pro-Israel, would actually be a really good thing here, because I got a strong feeling that people will stop dying a hell of a lot faster than people that are proven to not get anything done, including starting the wars and not being able to end them. Do you guys think that the DNC is going to be able to go off without any major hitch? I got a feeling that that is just pie in the sky. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
We are going to do everything in our power to make sure Kamala Harris doesn't win.